Did you hear Hunter S. Thompson killed himself?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah,
what do you make of that?
The Gonzo rock and roll writer himself.
Shot himself.
At age 67.
God almighty, I couldn't believe it.
Now, here's something interesting. Mark found this on the web. Is this his last phone conversation?
It's his last column that he wrote. He's been writing columns for ESPN.com for a few years now, so this is his very last one.
Okay.
And a funny one.
Well, and how long ago? Is it a weekly column? I mean, is it just
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Okay.
Was anything wrong with him? Was he in some kind of medical trouble? I wasn't aware of anything.
Not that I know of.
He's always been a little.
Well, he's
naturally he's
nuts.
a nut. Yeah, right.
He's crazy. He used to trip every day for a while, I think.
Well, he'd wake up and do a couple lines of blow, and then he'd have some orange juice, another couple lines, and he'd have some champagne, some Cristal. Yeah. Another couple lines. Yeah, and that was a day in the life of Hunter S. Thompson. I remember that whole thing.
You know who used to have him on a lot is Conan used to have him on a lot, and he did a bit once where they went out shooting, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because Hunter loved his guns.
He loved guns, no question about it.
Seeing him shoot them, just the most powerful guns. He has a ton of dynamite in his house.
I wonder what he
loves fireworks too.
I wonder what gun he chose to blow his head off with.
Hey,
since he loves guns so much.
Anybody read any of his books, by the way?
Yeah.
What did you read, Mark?
Well, Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the one the movie's based
Right.
And then there's Fear and Loathing in America, too.
I never read Fear and Loathing in America. I started to read it, was bored, and put it down. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I appreciated it, and I know it was kind of a...
His books are mainly just letters he writes.
I know. I don't know. I kind of didn't... I guess I didn't get it. I don't know. I never understood what was so big about that. Now, some of his stories in Rolling Stone...
Yeah.
Kind of when he'd go on an event, he'd go crazy and give you all the details. Now, those were fun to read. I don't know. I never really... I think I'm going to pick up a book or two of his today and see if I can try to figure a shot. Yeah.
Honestly, his ESPN.com column was really funny.
Well, let's look at his last article. This should be interesting. The death of professional hockey in America is a nasty omen for people with heavy instruments in NHL teams, but to me it meant little or nothing, and that's why I called Bill Murray with an idea that would change both our lives forever. It was 3:30 in the dark Tuesday when I heard the phone ring on his personal line in New Jersey. Good thinking, I said to myself as I fired up a thin Cohiba. He's bound to be wide awake and crackling at this time of day, or at least I can leave a very excited message. My eerie hunch was right. The crazy bugger picked up on the fourth ring, and I felt my heart racing. Hot damn! This is how empires are built. Late? I know I'm not late. Genius around the world stands hand in hand, and one shock of recognition runs the whole circle round. Herman Melville said the winner of 1914, and Murray is keenly aware of it. Only a madman would call a legend of Bill Murray's stature at 3:33 a.m. for no good reason at all. It would be a career-ending move and also profoundly rude. But my reason was better than good. Bill. Hello? Hi, Bill. It's Hunter. Hi, Hunter. Hunter S. Thompson, are you ready for a powerful idea? I want to ask you about golf in Japan. I understand they're building vertical driving ranges on top of each other. Yes, they have them outdoors under roofs. It's funny that Murray just answers him.
Yeah. Having been out there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 3:30 in the morning, and he hasn't said, Hunter, what the hell are you doing calling me at 3:30 in the morning?
Maybe it's not all that rare for this to happen.
Yeah, could be.
That's what
Maybe
I'm thinking.
He's up. I don't know.
It sounds to me like this is typical.
Hunter S. Thompson, we're getting a profoundly goofy story here. It's wonderful. I've invented a new sport. It's called shotgun golf. We'll rule the world with this thing. Bill. Hunter S. Thompson, I called you for some consulting advice on how to launch it. We actually already launched it. Last spring, the sheriff and I played a game outside in the yard here. He had my Ping beryllium 9-iron, and I had a shotgun, and about 100 yards away, we had a linoleum green and a flag set up. He was pitching toward the green, and I was standing 10 feet away from him with the alley sweeper, and my objective was to blow the ball off course like a clay pigeon. Bill laughs. It didn't work at first. The bird shot I was using was too small, but double-aught buck finally worked for it. It was fun, Bill chuckles. HST. Okay, I didn't want to wake you up, but I knew you'd be in on the ground floor of this thing. Bill, silence. Hunter, do you want to discuss this tomorrow? Bill, sure. Hunter S. Thompson, excellent. Bill, I think I might have a queer dream about it now, but laughs. Hunter S. Thompson, it will bring a whole new meaning to the words driving range. Or Bill says that. Hunter says, especially when you stack them on top of each other. I've seen it in Japan. Bill, they definitely have multi-level driving ranges, yes. Hunter, how does that work? Do they have extremely high ceilings? Bill, no, the roof above your T only projects out about 10 feet. They have another range right above you. It's like they took the facade off a building. People would be hanging out of their offices. HST, I see. It's one of those original Hyatt Regency hotels, like an atrium. In the middle of the building, you could jump straight down into the lobby. Exactly like that. Hunter, it's like people driving balls from one balcony to the next. Bill, yes, they could. And again, if you're just joining us, reading Hunter S. Thompson's last article as he shot himself. Bailey shot himself. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Or Saturday night? Yesterday. I could be on the 8th floor and you on the 6th or on the 15th. We'd be driving across the lake. Bill, they have flags out every 150, every 200, every 250. It's just whether you are hitting at ground level or from 5 stories up. Hunter, I want to find out more about this. This definitely has a future to it. Bill, they have one here in the city down at Chelsea Pier. You must have played golf a lot in Japan. Bill, not much. I just had one really great day of golf. I worked most of the time, but I did play one beautiful golf course. They have seasonal greens, 2 different types of grass. It's really beautiful.
And all this is going on at 3-something in the morning, this conversation.
Well, I'm writing a column for ESPN.com, and I want to know if you like my new golf idea. 2-man team. Bill. Well, with all safety in mind, yes. 2-man team, yeah, that sounds great. I think it would create a whole new look. It would create a whole new clothing line. Hunter, absolutely. You'll need a whole new wardrobe for this game. Bill, shooting glasses and everything. HST, well, obviously, we'll have to make a movie. This will mushroom or mutate, either way, into a real craze. And given the mood of the country, being that a lot of people in the mood to play golf are also in the mood to shoot something, I think it would take off like a gigantic fad. Bill, I think the 2-man team idea would be a wonderful competition. It's something the Ryder Cup would pick up on. Oh, boy. And then he wraps up the conversation and gives some rules ideas. Funny.
That's nice.
But
well, nothing there that looks like he's getting ready to kill himself.
No,
in fact, why would he do that? He's on the verge of a great idea.
I know it.
I mean, he's not even thinking about death at that point. No, not even close. You know, imagine Bill Murray must be freaked out knowing he just had that conversation.
I know, isn't it strange?
Yeah, can you imagine?
I came in this morning and I was all full of excitement over the Saturday Night Live first 5 year special last night, and Mark and Mike were kind of, I could tell they weren't nearly as excited as I was, and I realized what the difference is.
The age diff?
Well, obviously, but I think Saturday Night Live, the first 5 years, was so special. First of all, that was a great cast. I mean, they've had a few great casts, though. That one was great. But the other thing is, and I know you'll agree with me on this, when Saturday Night Live came along in 1975, they had been shoving the Bob Hopes and the George Burnses and those old, out-of-tune comedians down our throat on all those variety shows our entire lives. I mean, I was in high school when Saturday Night Live came out. But I had never seen anybody who was hip and young and actually truly funny to people in our generation until that show came on. I mean, nobody was funny that was on TV.
Yeah.
It was all, I mean, like the coolest guy on TV was Fred Sanford, probably. And he wasn't even that young. But, you know, how the variety shows...
This is a whole new thing, man, when this hit.
The comedians were like Red Skelton. Red Skelton had a GD show. Bob Hope was actually produced as a person who was deemed to be funny.
Yeah, Jonathan Winters, all those guys.
I mean, they were old
Frank Gorshin.
Guys. They were ridiculous. They were so out of step with the times and what was going on. And all of a sudden, here come these people who are so on the edge.
These wild young guys, all full of, you know what, all stoned, higher than a kite, flinging jokes all over the place, you know, bizarre Improvisation, yeah.
Did you have a favorite thing on the show, by the way? Did you watch much of it?
You know what? I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the first...
well, I knew you had to go to Wisteria Lane.
I know, exactly.
I taped it and watched it after SNL.
Yeah, I taped it so I could watch Housewives, which is great. And,
man, that homo scene was pretty wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, who would have thought it would have been those two guys?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I can't believe Michael's passed. Holy smokes.
Oh,
as a drug dealer and all that. Oh,
that
my
was
God.
bizarre.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. And, of course, now she knows about the B&E that happened just down the street, resulting in a stomach wound to somebody, and it just so happens he has it.
Yeah, that's
unreal.
odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to have a twist, I predict.
Yeah. And have you noticed now, have you seen how Terry Hatcher, who's the blonde with the kids?
Oh, that's William Macy's
Hatcher,
wife.
But,
Who's William Macy's wife, Mark? Huffman, Felicity Huffman.
Yeah. Okay. Have you noticed how that's Matt from Melrose?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah. That's fantastic. And that's going to be nothing but trouble with that new gig. And that was a good show. That was very, very good. So I watched that this morning, that hour of Desperate I watched this morning. And then I watched a little bit of Saturday Night. I watched some of it live last night.
You didn't watch that much of SNL?
Well, I watched it the first hour this morning.
Oh, okay.
And then a little bit of the last hour of it I watched live last night.
They had a really interesting conversation.
I saw a good amount of it
about that show, about how they were trying to say blue blanks on the air, and there was some debate, and they had said P-whipped the previous week. And so it's like, well, if they gave you P-whipped, I guess they should give you blue blanks. And I thought, wow, isn't that weird? I mean, you can hardly say that stuff now. It sounds like you can't say that stuff now. Although they were, Tess told me last night, they did say it last night. I mean, they were saying it to us, so, in a way, I guess you can. But, I mean, I think it's almost
touchy.
It's almost harder to say that now. And Chevy Chase had a skit. Did you catch the skit with Richard Pryor?
Oh, that's one of the best skits ever.
But that's incredible. You couldn't have that skit now.
Did you watch 60 Minutes, though? Last night
I did.
With Chris Rock. I mean, they said the N-word 50 times, much less
Chris
one
Rock
time.
said it. Chris Rock said it. Chevy Chase is a white guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Chevy Chase was doing a skit with Richard Pryor, and he was asking him to say what came to mind after he said certain things.
Word association.
Yeah, word association. It says the N-word, a number of beyond negative epithets for black people. Spear chucker, our baby, I mean, all these terms. Jungle bunny. And Richard Pryor's getting madder and madder and madder. And it was very funny. But I can't, I don't know if I wonder how that flies today.
I don't think there's any tolerance for it. It would be the end of it.
I'm not sure either.
No, nobody would put up with that.
But you know what?
You can't do that anymore. People are too heavy. People are too serious now.
Am I the only one? And maybe I need to lighten up. But I don't know. I didn't find funny his. Did you feel the same way?
I was talking to Walters about it.
I did not find it funny when he said, "Hey, did you see the basketball Pistons game? Two big, strong, hulking athletes beating the hell out of two short, fat, white dudes. I thought I was in heaven. I wished my grandpa could be here to see it. Martin Luther King's dream finally come true." And it's like, wait, two black guys beat up two short, fat, white guys. Why is that funny? And then I thought, the obvious. Boy, if you said two big, tall white guys beating the hell out of, punching two little fat black guys in the face, I thought I went to heaven.
Yeah.
I wish my grandfather was here to see that.
Yeah.
David Duke's dream come alive. That would not be funny. That would be a career ender. And I don't know. I think stuff like that a lot of times is so divisive because he can do that. He can do that all day, and that's fine. But I think it has a real divisive effect because a lot of white people go, hey, wait a second. First of all, we can't get away with that. White people cannot say things like that.
There's supposedly so much tolerance.
And second of all...
yeah, right. Depends on the situation.
Why is a black guy beating up a white person funny anyway?
Well, Chris Rock is starting to get really, I don't know, man. He's starting to become
political.
A drag. He's starting to get real political. And I think the guy is just becoming real racist in that regard. I mean, some of his acts now,
I like
he
Chris,
spends half the night just going on and on and on and on with all this hatred toward white people.
I kind of let it go because I like Rock. I think he's funny as hell.
Well, you let it go to a point until pretty soon it's like every act, all the time, he's throwing some zinger around like that. It's like, wow, man, you have a real problem with it. Yeah. And, hey, a lot of those white people you so hate have made you awfully rich, my man.
Well, the other thing is, these white people who were getting punched out of the basketball game did pay to see these guys play. I mean, it's not like, I don't think you go to a basketball game and you think about, man, I hate these black guys playing. I wish there were white guys on the court. No, you're going, man, I want to go see my Pistons, Chauncey and Lindsay, and, I don't know. So
you look at it as two multimillionaires beating up two hard-working class people.
What's so funny about that?
I don't know. And did you notice the whole crowd that he was talking to was white?
Yeah.
The reaction shots, they were all white people. I don't know.
Wow.
Did you see that?
Unreal.
Did you see the thing on? It was on 60 Minutes last night.
Yeah, I saw it was on there, but he's just been. I didn't want to see it because he really pisses me off.
Well,
I've just been hearing so much crap about him lately that and his attitude. It seems like he's always flinging some nasty white stuff around.
I'll tell you what. Well, he rags on black people too.
Yeah, but I mean, really nasty.
Well, that was definitely
real hurtful,
pretty tough stuff.
Real hatred. I mean, he throws the black stuff around, but he's always with a wink. With the white stuff, when he gets on the white people, he really digs in. You can just see the animosity in this guy.
Well, he's got his classic, N-word versus,
oh, yeah.
But did you see what he said about that yesterday?
Yeah. What did he say?
He said that was the only time he ever did that was the HBO special, and he'll never do it again, and he's never done it since then.
Now, what was he trying to say about that? It
was something along the lines
that
it empowered too many people.
To use the N-word.
To talk that way.
Oh, okay.
White people license to say the N-word.
Oh, white people don't have license to say the N-word. They'll never have license to say the N-word.
No. Are you kidding?
I thought by doing it like that and using it so much that he felt it gave some white people, credence to use it. I don't know. It was pretty stupid.
Anyway, the SNL show, there were a few really interesting things to me. One of them was I'd forgotten how big Chevy Chase was. Chevy Chase, huge. They were debating whether the second year, whether it was going to morph into the Chevy Chase show.
Yeah.
Or, continue as it was.
He was just huge, considered like the good-looking guy. The Weekend Update was fantastic.
He also
funny, falling down all the time, and boy, oh boy, he just shot up to unbelievable stardom.
He left after one season. He was there
for the first year, and that was it.
And I could tell, they were talking to Lorraine Newman, I think, who was one of the original castmates, and she was saying, boy, we didn't know if we were going to be able to cut it without Chevy. And you could tell Aykroyd didn't feel it. Aykroyd's like, hey, bring it on, more for me.
Yeah,
and
right.
Same way.
Right. Yeah.
But that's what brought Murray to the show, because Murray tried out in 75 and didn't make it.
Isn't that amazing?
Because they wanted to have 4 guys, so they had their guys. Because they had Garrett Morris with Belushi, Aykroyd, and Chevy. But Murray came on. Murray was bombing. I guess Murray was really struggling. He was getting hate mail.
Did you see that part? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Murray was getting hate mail. You suck and all this. And then Murray did a skit about being the new guy on the show and how, it's really not going over that well. I'm really funny. I just haven't been funny at the right time. And that sort of thing. He was sitting behind a desk. And it was very kind of half serious, half funny. It was very funny. And that kind of got Murray over. Yeah.
Weird.
Next thing you know, there was Todd and Lisa Lupner. And, God, that skit, Aykroyd with the butt crack.
Yeah, oh, God, I love that. Oh, yeah. All those skits, they started playing those skits. God, I remember every one of those skits.
You know what I'd forgotten about?
I used to watch that show faithfully.
Was when Aykroyd bent over and, the big-ass butt crack.
Yeah.
He reaches into his butt crack to grab a pencil out for her to sign the bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot about that.
No, I totally remember that.
And I love seeing Gilda laughing her ass off.
Oh, I know. She's fantastic.
Todd was trying to push the wine up to her mouth so she could get more drunk and she put out. And then he also, did you see Murray was, I don't know if you saw it, but Murray was pushing her hand down towards his crotch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those skits were fantastic.
Yeah, they did a lot of good stuff.
Oh, my God, the Gilda Radner was so good.
But my point was, I think for somebody who's 20 or 25, it's probably hard to realize how bad the comedy was right before that and how groundbreaking that was, how absolutely break the mold Saturday Night Live was when it first came on. It was bye-bye Bob Hope, bye-bye Red Skelton, bye-bye all you old milkshakes who aren't funny. Our parents are barely laughing at you.
Yeah.
Plus, Drew, we didn't see those episodes, and whenever they show these highlight things, they show you, they'll talk a little bit about it, and then they'll just show you a clip two wild and crazy guys.
Right.
To me, that's not funny. In and of itself, that's not funny, and I wasn't alive to see the original. So, but that's all we ever see is that part of it.
But you can't possibly comprehend how radical that show was.
Oh, no,
compared to the comedy we were getting at the time.
Right.
We were literally being fed Bob Hope. I mean, variety shows like Sonny and Cher and garbage like that. I mean, there was nothing truly edgy and funny. Reading that Johnny Carson interview, John, this is in 1980. Johnny's being asked to talk about the Saturday Night Live guys. You know, like, what do you make of this new humor? I mean, this is 5 years later. They're calling it the new humor. And Johnny's talking about how he never has rock acts on. 1980. He doesn't even have rock and roll on his show. That's how behind. TV was like 20 years behind the humor. And all of a sudden, boom, comes Belushi, Aykroyd, Murray, Chase. And those chicks were good, too. Jane Curtin was good. Gilda Radner was hilarious.
Gilda Radner was absolutely unbelievable.
Lorraine Newman was good.
Unbelievable.
Anyway. Mm-hmm. Maybe talk a little more about it. We got to move on here. It's 6:47 at the Riff. I'm dying to see. What do you think we get better ratings? Desperate Housewives or Saturday Night Live first 5 years?
Oh, my God, Housewife.
Think so?
Oh, God, yes.
I bet you SNL first 5 years has a big number. I bet you there's a lot of people watching TV last night.
A lot of people probably taped it, TiVoed it, what have you, but I'm sure it did all right.
I'll tell you this much.
Desperate Housewives, I'm sure, absolutely destroyed it.
Ooh, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we'll see.
I don't want to make a bet on it or anything, but...
Okay.
What was so good about it was when I started watching it, I was like debating, will I tape Housewives, watch SNL anyway, and I started watching it. It hooked me. It was really well done.
Yeah, it started good out of the gate.
It's easy to throw those things together with a bunch of clips, but they really did it.
Well, with the narration and all that.
Yeah.
And cutting to all the interviews and giving you the inside information on it made it interesting.
A little Bill Murray into the break at 6:48 on the Riff on a, well, let's see. Lost in translation.
I just see that
degrees.
Bill Murray.
Some fog this morning. I tell you, the roads west are badly plowed.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
696 is great.
Yeah, but the surface streets are terrible.
Yeah, subdivisions.
And the subdivisions almost. Exactly.
I suggest you check your TV scroll this morning. There are a lot of schools canceled.
Yeah, if you even have to work on All President's Day, it seems like a million people have the day off.
Orchard Lake Road, not even plowed yet this morning. Not even plowed yet. Orchard Lake Road.
Yeah. Gloucester is always a disaster for some reason, all the way down to 13 Mile Road, and then it's like you drew a line. I think it's Beverly Hills starts there, and then they salt it and plow it.
More than this? I think it's right after her, actually. Although she's pretty hot. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah.
She looks great in that little blonde wig, doesn't she?
She was great. Not in that panty scene in bed with her. I love when she's laying in bed with her panties showing. Part I like.
Boy, I tell you, I thought that was just... This is hard. I wondered if that thing was... How well it was... Are they going to just smatter these clips together? But you could tell Lorne Michaels felt very strongly about that show last night. They really busted their ass.
Well, for our group, too, that watched that, you know... Because, I was just out of high school when that thing started, and, oh, man, I watched all those episodes.
You never missed
reliving it.
You never missed it then.
Yeah.
As free as the wind, hopefully learning why the sea on the tide has no way of turning. More than this, you know there's nothing more than this.
2 celebrity deaths. First, Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson shot himself at his home, an apparent self-inflicted wound in Aspen, Colorado, although a couple of years ago, he did accidentally shoot his assistant while trying to shoo a bear off of his property, and frequently he just went out and shot his gun just for giggles. If you ask Johnny Depp, he can testify while he was studying to play Thompson in the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, of course, about the ultimate head trip. He also penned Generation of Swine and many an article in Rolling Stone magazine. Mm-hmm. He's a bit of a kook. He was 67.
I'm just freaked out. I mean, as far as I knew, the guy was doing great. He's still doing his thing?
Well, they say an apparent self-inflicted wound. Is there doubt, possibly? Because the way he handled his gun.
Did you watch the SNL special?
I couldn't TiVo everything, and I ended up, I've got to have that somehow.
We got it here. We can get you a copy.
They'll probably air it again.
Yeah. We were trying to watch the game. We didn't know what to do about Desperate Housewives. And ended up like...
What game were you trying to watch?
You watch Housewives?
Oh, the All-Star game?
Oh, All-Star, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're watching Housewives now?
Yeah. I'm watching it.
All right.
More from the SNL thing. Judy Belushi was on there, who, by the way, was not very hot. You would think John would have a pretty hot chick, even though he's a slob. I mean, he was such a monster. He was like a rock star at the time.
Yeah.
And she was cool and everything.
How many years down the road is this?
She wasn't very hot then either. They showed clips of her then, too. Oh. She's less hot now, although she's less hot than some of the people who were really hot then. Because she didn't have much hotness to lose. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, Belushi...
Math equation.
No, it is. Belushi apparently really rubbed Jane Curtin the wrong way. She did not like John Belushi.
Really?
And Judy Belushi was talking about watching the show with John years later, or maybe it was like a year after he'd left the show, and he's like, Jane Curtin was good. And she was like, yeah, we've known that all along. Where you been?
Yeah.
But he apparently didn't think women could be funny, with the exception of Gilda.
Yeah, they all seem to revere her.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they said the problem was, too, she didn't like all that party and all that stuff. She wanted to go in there and then shoot the scene and get the hell out.
And get out.
Yeah, she wanted to be done and leave, and nobody liked that. It was a big party over there, like a dorm, and all hell breaking loose. People were living there. And
once the cocaine came in,
yeah.
Slowed down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what was wild was that show they did in New Orleans. I totally forgot about that. For some reason, I don't remember that, but they actually did the show live from New Orleans at Mardi Gras.
Oh, my God.
I didn't remember that either.
Except it wasn't Mardi Gras. I think it was just live from New Orleans.
Yeah, regular.
And it was a fake parade or something, but it was really weird. But anyway, she didn't like Belushi, and then Murray and Gilda were having a little thing.
No kidding.
Yeah, Todd and Lisa Lupner were actually a couple there for a while, and they're, of course, trying to keep it from everybody. And you know who nailed everybody who was on that show for like 5 minutes or more is Dan Aykroyd, if you read the Saturday Night Live book. Oh, my God, did he nail it.
Which is bizarre, because he really wasn't stud.
Yeah, Live from New York by Tom Shales. I don't know if you read any of that.
Really?
They got a lot of great stories. In fact, Mark just opened it up this morning. It's a story about Chevy Chase, and he came back the year after he left to guest host, and Murray had a really tough time. People were sending him hate mail because he was Chevy Chase's replacement.
Really?
Yeah. And so Murray, I thought was fantastic, the skit they showed last night where he said, I know I'm the new guy, and I'm not getting over all that well, but I am funny. And I just haven't been funny at the right times, and, I'm going to hit my stride, relax. It was very funny. It was a good skit. But apparently when Chevy Chase came back, he was acting real cocky and...
yeah, like, hey, they love me.
And
they miss me.
Murray punched him out.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah,
wow.
Murray's got quite a temper.
He has punched out several people in his day, hasn't he? He has punched out a bunch of people. Yeah, we've heard about a few fights.
I'll say this for him. He always seems to punch out the right guy.
Yeah. So who deserves it?
I think so. Well, Chevy Chase certainly. I don't know. I thought it was strange that he left. I can't believe he left that show.
I know,
one year, although
quick.
he did great. I mean,
the year he was there was huge.
And all that.
Yeah. But then, of course, when he went to have that late-night television show, what a disaster, which will live in infamy forever.
Oh, that was
the Chevy
incredible.
Chase Theater that was built for him, the desk with the piano keys and the aquarium and all that sort of thing. And, oh, my God, did that thing go belly up. What a disaster.
You know what's so interesting about that is Rolling Stone reprinted their only interview with Johnny Carson. And Chevy Chase was talking about late-night TV and how... who wants to sit next to starlets for 10 minutes, listen to some bimbo plug her latest movie, And Johnny Carson really took offense to that. And he's like, who's to say you could do it?
Yeah.
Which was pretty prophetic.
Yeah, exactly. Because when the guy tried to do it, he rolled belly up instantly.
There has never been a bigger bomb in entertainment than that
Never.
Magic Johnson.
Who?
Magic Johnson.
He was on longer than Chevy Chase. I think it was on longer. I really do.
Oh, yeah, because Chevy Chase, wasn't it like 2 shows?
And come on, how much did we expect out of Magic?
I don't know.
I think I'm a music DVD addict. I love these suckers. And a good excuse to get it out this morning. The Collector's 25 years of Saturday Night Live music. And actually, it's got some of the comedy bits in there, too. You want to hit play there? This has Mick and Peter Tosh. I don't know if it's from the first 5 years, but... They showed the Stones playing Shattered last night.
Oh, man, isn't that something?
And one of the background guys...
This was the one with Mick Jagger.
Yeah, this Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger.
Yeah, look at Jagger. I remember this. Look at Jagger. Look how young.
Let's make some noise, people. We're going back to the 60s.
Actually, we're going back to the 80s, I think. Ooh, Mick looks a little jumpy, doesn't he?
Oh, God, yeah. Look at him just jumping straight up and down. Look at the energy in that dude.
Now, if your first lover broke your heart, there's something.
But this has like the best musical performances on SNL for the first 25 years. It's a really cool 5 DVD set.
God, 5 DVDs. That's incredible.
And they have some of the comedy things in there, too. Like before McCartney does Hey Jude, they have Chris Farley interviewing him.
Oh, yeah, I have that. Yeah, that's incredible. That's the on my Best of Farley DVDs. God, look at Jagger.
Now, one of the highlights of last night, I thought, was
kicking up his legs like he's walking in place.
One of the background guys, I forgot what his job was, but he was saying, I really knew he'd hit it big when Keith Richards hit on my girlfriend. It's just some Saturday Night Live Yahoo.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see how fast those people got so big. Now you expect it. You expect those guys to go into film and all that. But back then, it was new ground. I mean, this show was new. And all of a sudden, in I think it was year 3, Belushi did Animal House. And he was literally a rock star.
Look how every one of those people that were on that show, all of them, they all became stars. All of them ended up with
Chevy
careers,
Chase had a bunch of movies. Bill Murray's had so many.
Yeah.
You know, in the end, it seems like Bill Murray's the biggest star, really.
Yeah, he's one that's really lasted, really made it all the way through. But Lorne Michael, I mean, he's always talking about...
Had Belushi not died, I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder where he'd be today.
You know what I thought was funny as hell was when Murray panned 1941. Belushi and Aykroyd's movie on Weekend Update. Because they were still on the show then.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was a joke, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
He was talking about how... Oh, here's Rick James from 81, November 7th.
Dead now. Isn't that something?
Yeah. Along with Hunter S. Thompson, if you missed it.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson blew his head off yesterday.
God, amazing.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm not exactly thinking about suicide right now, but if I was, I would never blow my head off. I don't know why. That doesn't appeal to me.
Too messy.
Well, you know, I actually do think about
sleep and die.
That girl is pretty kinky. I really like to taste her.
Oh, he puts his tongue at the camera. Gross. Oh, that was gross. That was a bad move.
That's the end of you,
Rick. James. You're fired.
Next.
That was really gross. Oh.
I was going to go into talking heads here, but it's it's Rich Hall wearing the giant David Byrne suit from Stop Making Sense.
You may ask yourself, why such a big suit? You may ask yourself, can this suit be taken in a little? You may ask yourself, does this store have any mirrors? You may ask yourself, did I get a bad deal? Heard about an outlet, designer fashion. Place was run by crooks. I'm walking around with this 2-mile stretch of canvas. I'm getting laughs for these looks. This ain't no Cardan. This ain't no Calvin. This ain't no Yves Saint Laurent. This won't be able to get no table at no restaurant.
Well, this is the dark days of Saturday Night Live when you see Rich Hall doing a bit. You know what's funny? I would have never thought that SNL could rally from all those people leaving. Murray, Belushi, Aykroyd, Gilda, they all left. Boom. And then brand new cast, I don't know, was it 82 or 83? And man, was it dead. It was like over. Even Lorne left, didn't he?
I can't. I don't.
That was the end of the show last night, was when Lorne left.
I didn't see the end. But the thing of it is like, that's what he always worries about, is letting somebody become the superstar on that show, because he knows they're going to leave. So it's one of these catch-22s. It's like you let this guy, you give this guy one bid after another, but you're going to lose him to the movies, or what do you do?
Well,
he loses all of his good people.
A foregone conclusion now. It's going to happen.
He loses everybody.
Yeah.
God, now
it's
just
speed ahead to Talking Heads.
So
actually, this was going to Talking Heads, I think. Take Me to the River, which I'm not sure what year that's from. But, man, they didn't do a lot of the musical guests last night. They really focused on the cast, which made sense. It's February 10th, 1979. This 25-year DVD, boy, I tell you, Big Bottom, Spinal Tap. Oh, look at David Byrne, my God. How about a couple S714s, Dave? Jeez. That big suit was the funniest damn thing. Let's see, brand Spinal Tap. Big Bottom. That's a great tune. May 5, 1984. The double bass.
Derek Smalls.
Two bass players.
On the bass synthesizer.
St. Hubbins. The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand. The visual of that double bass is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Is everybody playing the bass?
Yes.
I think everybody's on the bass.
They're
Every
all
guitar has a bass.
It's a bass synthesizer.
You know what I mean?
That movie holds up.
Oh, really God.
I swear. I watched it like a year ago. I was amazed at how well that held up. You know, it's like terrific. It really feels like a documentary. Rob Reiner just did fantastic work on that thing.
Yeah. God almighty, what a scream.
Yeah.
That double bass just did me in. God, that guitar was bigger than he was. Oh, man.
Oh, dynamite.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous.
I know. But you know what? Didn't rock and roll deserve some parody at that point?
Oh, man.
About time.
Yeah, they did a great job with it.
Needed to make fun of itself. Well, big old death triangle this morning. Did we have the full triangle over the weekend? We did, didn't we? Sandra Dee, Hunter S. Thompson, and there was a third who I hadn't really heard of.
Who was the third one? Was
it some actor from? I think his name was Raines. I'm not terribly familiar with him.
It's kind of a half-assed triangle.
Well, I was going to watch an hour of the SNL first 5 years, and I thought that thing was really well done, and I couldn't turn it off. So I was taping Housewives.
I watch Housewives live.
I know.
Live wives.
So I watched that at 11. So next thing you know, it's 10 to 12, and I'm not asleep.
I know.
But I tell you, at that Saturday Night Live show, every minute of it I thought was worth it.
Good evening, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not.
And I couldn't get over, for starters, how how huge Chevy Chase was.
I know it. Came in gangbusters in that first year, only working there a year.
He was only there a year.
Yeah,
he left.
I know. Can't believe it.
And then Murray had a hard time getting over. I didn't realize that at all.
I just don't understand that a bit.
Well, I loved him from the first minute.
Oh, yeah, he's the kind of guy you just look at and laugh. He just has his facial expression.
But the skit that got him over, I don't know if you can find this in there, but it was when it's Murray sitting at a desk, and he's talking about, I'm the new guy, and do we have that, T-Bode?
Yeah.
I think it was like, oh boy, I don't know when it was. 40 minutes. Anyway, he's talking about how things aren't going so well for him because he was getting hate mail. Because people are like, you're no Chevy Chase.
Oh, brother. How do you like that?
And he talks about how...
Now look at it today.
I know. He talks about how things aren't going so well for him, but he really is funny. He's just not saying the funny thing at the right time.
Can you imagine if they'd had email back then?
I know. He'd have been crushed.
Yeah, I think he would have quit. I really do.
And there were a lot of interesting things, I thought.
Jamie Wiggins Slot.
Belushi, for example, there it is. Belushi, when they first talked to him about it, Belushi said, I don't do TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. Yeah. So they had to kind of rally him to the cause, and then just the way the whole thing came together. And
I know that one guy was working slinging burgers or something for $250 or $275, and talked to Lauren Green. He said if he wanted to come on board, and it's like, well, if you'll match it, I'll do it.
Here's the Murray thing.
Talent. So the objective became...
This is Lorraine Newman. Boy, does she look different.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Bill Murray. You can call me Billy, but around here everybody just calls me the new guy. I want to thank the producer, Lorne Michaels, for urging me to speak with you directly.
You even sound like him.
You see, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't think I'm making it on the show. I'm a funny guy, but I haven't been so funny on the show. My friends say, how come they're giving you all those parts that aren't funny? Well, it's not the material, it's me. It's not that I'm not funny, it's that I'm not being funny at the right time. Honest.
And from that one moment, Bill Murray went from being a player on Saturday Night Live to being a star on Saturday Night Live.
I gave him a microphone, Soap on the Rope, for Christmas. I saw it and said, this is Billy has to have
Judy Belushi.
Have more fun with this than he. So, sure enough, he worked it into a scene.
Listen, honey.
Look at Gilda. She's so good.
I want to know if you really love me. Do you, honey?
Would you?
He's using a soap as a rope as a mic.
I love you with your whole heart and soul. Come on, honey.
Yes, I love you.
I love you. I know this is corny,
They're into the shower.
Somebody else is there you really love, honor, and charity.
I love you. Now leave me alone. I'm in a hurry.
Well, honey, folks, out there, what my wife doesn't know is that I know she's been cheating on me for the last couple of years, and we've got behind the curtain a surprise guest, the man she's been seeing behind my back for the last 2 years. There he is, Richard Kolarski. Come on in, Richard. Good to have you.
Buck Henry starts making out with Gilda.
Yes, I brought him all the way from his home in the city to be with us here today.
Bill was a little angry back then. He was kind of an Irish pirate,
They had quite a piece on their one outing where they did a show from New Orleans, which was, I don't remember that. And it's funny because it was such a tradition to watch that show. It was so ingrained. When that thing caught fire, it caught fire.
Yeah.
We'd been subjected to the Bob Hopes and the Red Skeltons and these people who weren't funny, these people from our parents' generation, and they just were crammed down our throats. And it was like, when is something going to represent what's going on now?
The younger element.
Nothing even represented the 60s. And then all of a sudden, here comes this thing, boom! Man, did it hit the gut. And there was one conversation in the show last night that I thought, boy, this is funny. It seems like freedom of speech is moving backwards in this country, or at least the definition of obscenity, things that are less obscene are more obscene than they were in 1975.
Isn't that something? Who would have thought in 2005?
Hello, Weekend Update, brought to you by Blue the cheese snack from France. Here are anchor persons Bill Murray and Jane Curtin.
Jane Crowley comes out of the control room, and she says, Alan, you can't say blue. It has to do with the male genitalia. I said, listen, Jane, last week we did with
the first dessert
he whipped,
which is clearly the female genitalia. What kind of sexist organization are you running here? She says, oh, all right, because I gave you whip last week, I'm going to give you blue this week. And I said, well, that's not necessary.
And then hearing that Hunter S. Thompson killed himself.
I know it. God of all people. God almighty. What?
That was weird.
You know, imagine him being that depressed. I mean, God, this seems like the guy at the time of his life.
It was very nostalgic watching the Saturday Night Live thing last night. You couldn't help but feel a little bad about Belushi and Gilda Radner. You know,
especially all these people dead. Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
God, and this one dead, that one dead, that one dead. Jeez.
Hunter Thompson, I always liked him, you know, just the attitude, the in-your-face. The way he had that way about him.
Yeah.
He's a rebel all the way.
Oh, God, yeah.
Very cool guy. And, I don't know, you know, shooting yourself in the head is kind of in my mind, a real gutless thing to do. And it just, to me, I don't know, does that fit him? I guess maybe it does. I don't know.
I keep wanting to think
so.
Except for the family was saying it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They don't say suicide, but they're saying self-inflicted wound to the head. But I keep wanting to think maybe he actually was shooting at a bear and it went off and he was pointing it towards his head.
Well, they'll be able to figure that out.
No, he killed himself.
Well, that Dateline story last night, oh my God, this girl that police thought committed suicide, and turns out her husband had been beating the hell out of her. And, what do you know? His girlfriend 14 years earlier was about to break up with him, and then she decided she'd just shoot herself in the head, too.
Jesus.
And I got to tell you, this guy looked like an a-hole. From the first picture of him, I knew where the story was going. It was one of those. And what a joy it was to see him calmly getting out of that SUV like, what are you guys doing here? You know, police, and they just throw him on the ground, cuff him, and off he goes.
Jeez.
I hope they nail him. But that's a little bit of a coincidence there.
Oh.
I couldn't believe that he got off the first one so easy, because I think it was in college, and the girl had called police. You know, she'd been threatened, and she was afraid of him, and I've forgotten. Yeah. But the second one, the girl he married, her family knew nothing about this woman. No one in the family. I mean, wouldn't you think he'd share that with his wife, this tough time in his life when his girlfriend committed suicide?
Yeah.
To not say one word. Gee, I wonder why he didn't want to know. Or her family. But Hunter S. Thompson, by the way, his last column was about a phone conversation he had with Bill Murray.
Really?
All these things end up tying together. Yeah, he called Murray about what he wanted to do was invent a new sport, shotgun golf. And he calls
there's no sign of a guy getting ready to shoot himself at all in this thing.
No. He calls Murray at 3:30 in the morning.
So that tells you he must have been wired, still doing blow and Cristal. Probably.
Isn't it funny, too, that Bill Murray and Hunter S. Thompson are like buddies, like late-night phone buddies?
Yeah, it's like Bill, and it's like, yeah, what's happening?
It's funny. Hello?
Yes, man, what's shaking?
Hi, Bill, it's Hunter. Hi, Hunter.
Like, no problem.
Are you ready for
wide awake?
You ready for a powerful idea? I want to ask you about golf in Japan. I understand they're building vertical driving ranges on top of each other.
Wow.
What? Vertical driving ranges?
Yeah. Well, in Japan, everything, there's so many people, they build up in Japan. There's no land left, so everything is vertical. Yeah, isn't that a bizarre concept?
I can't picture it.
Well, you know what? I've seen double layer. You know, like an upstairs on a driving range.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there'll be another level, two levels.
Wild.
Well,
but in this case, I mean, God knows, Japan, hell.
Yeah, Hunter,
like a skyscraper.
Ends up describing this skyscraper-like driving ranges with just, range after range after range stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And Murray's like, I've called you for some consulting advice on how to launch it. We actually already launched it last spring. The sheriff and I played a game outside in the yard here. He had my Ping Barry Liam 9-iron. I don't know. I'm not a gun person. Had his shotgun, and about 100 yards away, we had a linoleum green and a flag set up.
The 9-iron is the golf club.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I had his shotgun. That'll do. He was pitching toward the green, and I was standing about 10 feet away from him with the alley sweeper, and my objective was to blow his ball off course like a clay pigeon. Bill Murray then laughs. It didn't work at first. The bird shot I was using was too small, but double-aught buck finally worked for sure, and it was fun. And Murray's still laughing. Okay, I didn't want to wake you, but I knew you'd want to be in on the ground floor of this thing. Murray, silence. Do you want to discuss this tomorrow? Sure. Excellent. And then Murray says, I think I might have a queer dream about it now, but then he starts laughing. This sport has a huge future, Bill. Golf in America will soon come to this. Murray, it'll bring a whole new meaning to the words driving range. Hunter, especially when you stack them on top of each other. I've seen it in Japan. Then Murray says, they definitely have multi-level driving ranges. Yes. How does it work? Do they have extremely high ceilings? Murray, no, the roof above your tee only projects out about 10 feet, and they have another range right above you. It looks like they took the facade off a building. People would be hanging out of their offices. Hunter, I see. It's like one of those original Hyatt Regency hotels, like an atrium in the middle of the building. You could just jump straight down into the lobby. Exactly like that. It's like people driving balls from one balcony to the next. Yes, they could. And it goes on like that. Wow. And Murray sounds like, yeah, I want to be in on this.
It's like a guy ready to kill himself at all.
You must have played a lot of golf in Japan. Not much. I really had one great day of golf. I worked most of the time, but I did play one beautiful golf course. They have seasonal greens, 2 types of grass. It's really beautiful. Well, I'm writing a column for ESPN.com, and I want to know if you like my new golf idea. A 2-man team will be great. Well, Murray says, with all safety in mind, yes. The 2-man team, yeah, that sounds great. I think it would create a whole new look. A whole new clothing line, too. Absolutely. You'll need a new wardrobe for this game. Bill, shooting glasses and everything. So then Hunter starts to go off on this idea about a movie, and Murray sounds like he's in.
Wow. Do you just listen when Hunter Thompson calls you? Well, we won't anymore, but do you just listen?
It sounds like it, yeah. Murray doesn't say a great deal. But, God, that's just so weird. Yeah, Hunter Thompson would blow himself away. I just did not see that one coming at all. In fact, I just read something. I think he had put it in Rolling Stone. I always liked his Rolling Stone articles. I was not a Fear and Loathing.
Really?
I don't know. I liked it okay, but it wasn't like a page-turner for me where, like this Disney book I'm reading right now, I can't stop reading it. These powerful people just backstabbing each other left and right. It's just fascinating. And the way they toss money around is just amazing. And the power. Oh, God.
Let's look that up. His last interview in Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
article.
That's it. His last Rolling Stone. Yeah, I'd love to see what that's about. This was in ESPN.com. And, of course, Murray back in Japan.
As I walk this wicked world, searching for life.
This movie seems to be a boomer movie and not much else. I've noticed at least our 20-somethings aren't into it.
Is all hope lost? Is there only pain?
Although I think Murray translates pretty well, doesn't he? Because he's in those Luke Wilson movies.
Yeah.
Little Tenenbaums and stuff like that.
Oh, the new one. Life According to Steve. What is that? Somebody's got to see that movie.
You know what I want to see is Inside Deep Throat. It's playing at one of the local art theaters.
Really?
Is that Royal Oak or... Oh, is it the main art? Oh, Scarlett Johansson as a blonde is great. That's a wig, right?
Really hot.
Yeah, she's pink.
I like it.